Hello everyone, so welcome to you in our channel CS Lust. So today I'm gonna talk about exception handling in Java. So first of all, I will tell you what is exception and how it is different from errors, and also I will show you some of the examples related to that. So exception is very much important in Java because most often you just come across some of the problems where some undesirable and unwanted, or you can say unexpected things happen with your programs and that you don't want to get happen. So in order to cope up with that, you must have to deal with exceptions. For that, we have exception handling. So first of all, let's try to understand what is exception. So an exception is it can be defined as an unexpected, unwanted event that disturbs the normal flow or execution of the program. So, if you have a program and you just want to compile it and then run it, then you must don't want into get into uh, stuck in the middle, or you just don't want even to stuck so that your rest of the program get disturbed in the middle of the execution. So you just want to uh, run your program without any kind of disturbance. So there is exception, and this things can be recoverable. So you can recover it immediately by using try catch or throwing exceptions, and for that we call it exception handling. So what is exception handling? It is a graceful termination of the program. So why we do need to exception handling? Because we don't want to interrupt our programs in the middle or after executing one, two, three lines and then get stuck. So we don't want to stuck our program. So that's why we just use exception handling concept in our programs so that it will not disturb the restful uh, execution or flow of the program. So you got the idea what is exception, and you are also understood how to handle these exceptions. So what do you mean by exception handling? But let's clarify it. So it doesn't mean to repair the exceptions. We have to provide alternative ways to continue the rest of the programs so that it will just um, terminate normally. So this is what exception handling means. And one more thing that some of the coders or programmers may confuse with the term exception, that there are two kinds of exception, checked and unchecked exceptions. So I will tell you this in our next videos. And first of all, uh, let's understand one thing and try to fit it in your mind that exceptions only occur during the runtime. There is no concept of a compile time exception. Whoever saying this is a complete shit. So don't bother about that. So what is exception? It is only occur during the runtime. There is no mean to say. There is no um, nothing to worry about the exception that occurs in compile time, because they never used to happen during the compilation. They only occur at runtime. Okay, so let's try to take some of the examples to understand it in a vivid way. So you got to know how we can handle the exceptions and what are exceptions. So I will show you one example here. So this is my class, and here we have our main method. So let's try a exception, that is file not found exception. So let's see what happen if we just doesn't include the file not found exception and we just try to run it. So let's try an example. So we have taken print writer pw is equal to new print writer, and let's give it a name, something like ap.txt. Now let's try to print something inside this text file. So we have pw name dot print here. Let's take a simple string, hello world. So what do you think? What do you think? Will it compile or not? So let's try to execute it. Yes, it doesn't compile. So what it is saying? It is saying uninterrupted execution exception, file not found exception. So as we know that we have not included exception, and we doesn't throw any kind of exception in the main class. So whenever we just include any kind of file, then it will first check whether its file is available or not. If it is not available, then it will try, the compiler will try to tell you that yes, this exception may occur and you must have to throw this exception so that you will not get disturbed during the execution. So this is the example for file not found exception that we have encountered here, and this is uh, a exception which is compiler based exception that compilers checks whether the file present or not. So it is actually uh, file not found exception, which you can also call it checked exception, because compiler checked whether the file is present or not. So actually this may happen. This is not sure that this has happened or this had happened, because this is checked exception. So let's try to throw it. So all we need to do, throw keyword and then exception. Now let's try to run this. Okay. So you can see it has been compiled and executed. So there is no problem now. Why? Because we have thrown the exception, and that was the checked exception, and we just handled that exception. Now you can see there is no error, and our file has been created, and hello world has been written on that file. So thank you. Stay updated and like our videos if you like, and try to explore other videos too from our playlist. Thank you.